How's it going, fuckers? Zool, Undead Scene TV.
That drummer guy, Josh Runquist from West Third Radio.
We're here with Ben, the Goatwhore. How the fuck's it going, Ben?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
Right. How far into the tour are you right now?
Oh, we're pretty much, I'm probably at the halfway point. I mean, we're still out till March 17th. So we have a good ways to go, man.
So Battle Cross took over for this tour.
How's
the crowd reception for them?
It's good, man. I mean, Felicia, well, Cerebral Board never made it either, actually.
Oh, really?
Cerebral Board never made it into the U.S. because of visa problems.
Oh.
So were they able to do any of the tour with you?
No,
they didn't make it in at all. So
no. So
is Battlecross on for the rest of the?
Yeah, Battlecross is doing like the dates like this. The tour with us and Hate Eternal ends in Chicago on Saturday.
Okay.
But Hate Eternal continues on, and Battlecross is going to continue on with them, and then we jump over to a tour with Dying Fetus.
So how's the reception been so far with the tour overall?
It's been good. The whole tour's been really fucking good
overall.
Yeah. You never know because metal has its peaks and its valleys. So
without a doubt.
And you go out, but. It was funny because we started in Houston on this tour, and it was a Sunday night, and that was good. And usually, like your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday are kind of
turnouts
slow. People have work, people have school, people have to be lazy. And that was a good show. And then the Monday night in El Paso was a fucking really good show. So it was like, I guess it just basically started the cycle. And
have you had much for slow nights at all? Has it been
not really, man. They've all been pretty fucking good. Yeah.
Good. I know the hype here has been fucking enormous.
Yeah, and also we haven't been here in a while. That kind of helps.
It's been a while.
We were supposed to play in Watain with Watain.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we had a van issue in Wisconsin, and we got fucking stuck there.
Right. You ready to go home yet, or you all right?
Yeah, sometimes. As I get a little older, I think I'm more inclined to be more comfortable in my own bed at one point.
Fucking A, man.
So it's like. And at one point, that's what you really want. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really like doing this, and I've done it for a long time, and I bust my ass out here. All the guys bust their ass, We sleep in the van majority of nights, every now and then we get a hotel room, like when we're stuck in Wyoming overnight.
So you guys don't have a tour bus with, like, crystal chandeliers and shit?
No, we got a van with a trailer, and,
right?
It's home.
Well, even bands like Black Dahlia Murder,
they still
kick in the van.
Well, you know what, you come to find out that, in this day and age, the cost of fuel and they have a bus and everything.
It's not fucking worth it.
It's not feasible.
So it's like,
I mean, you're already out there and you hardly make any money, and whatever money you can make, you try to cover bills. So if you go out there and you get a bus or something, and then you make zero, it's just like you're just taking steps back.
Right.
So anything to benefit the situation. Some people would ask, why would you put yourself through that? And people do strange things for things that they really love.
So, Blood for the Master.
Yeah.
How's it doing?
It's doing pretty good.
Yeah?
It's doing pretty good.
It's only been out for a little while, right?
Yeah, it's only been out for what, like a little over 2 weeks, maybe?
Okay.
I think Tuesday was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I bought it the Tuesday it came out, and I gotta say it's probably my favorite Goatwhore album so far.
And one thing I've liked about you guys is that you've always maintained an overall sound.
Yeah.
And it's a good mashup, the thrash, the black, the death. But it's still Goatwhore.
Well, Goatwhore has that sound better. We never made this like crazy jump to where all of a sudden we had like symphonic keyboards. Well, the thing is, though, like when we went in before like getting really deep into writing and getting deep into the whole quest of this record, that idea was there. We knew that Carving got a lot of good feedback and everything.
Yep.
But we said, you know what? That was Carving. Now let's start fresh again, and this is what we're doing, and don't have this weight on your shoulders like, oh, we have to beat this. We just have to do what we do. We have to write what we write and how we like it and the things that we appreciate.
So did you guys really set out to do anything different style-wise or writing-wise? Or
Not
did you
really.
just say,
Sammy,
let's just forget about Carving and write?
It's just kind of like forget about Carving, write. Sammy wanted to add, a little bit more solos than Carving. And we just wanted the song structure to be like more solid and more growth to us,
Right.
I mean, that's what you expect. Right. You have members, you have Zach and Sammy who've been together since A Haunting Curse. And, and Zach was young when he got in the band, and he's a fucking awesome drummer, And the way him and Sammy work together is really good. So to see that evolution kind of go, and not something that stagnates and it's just like, oh, flatline, here it is, this is what it is, and kind of expecting, And we're not we're not doing anything that's like revolutionizing metal. You know, if anything,
fucking
we're
playing metal.
more or less
Yeah.
reinventing older ideas and kind of. You know, we're really big classical metal fans. You know, like Judas Priest,
Right,
Maiden,
right.
Motorhead. You know, Bathory, Venom, Celtic Frost.
Right.
You know, it's like when we get pigeonholed into like the black metal corner. You know, everybody starts to think about black metal. They think about the whole new Norwegian scene.
Right.
You know, where that's not what it always was. There was, you know, Venom and there was Celtic Frost, and it was a
Right.
different approach. So there's like more modern black metal, and then there's the more classical, traditional black metal.
Right.
Right.
You know, and I think some people lose that. So then you get pigeonholed into some kind of corner, and then you have a kid that's like not a fan of any of the Norwegian black metal, and he's just like, here's your black metal per se.
That's the thing. Like, you know, you're talking about getting older, man. I'm 36. I grew up when there was thrash, death, and like crossover, and that was the only metal that really
Yeah, yeah.
existed. And now there's so many different fucking subgenres. It's unreal.
But we kind of fall in between categories a little
Yeah,
bit too.
yeah.
We kind of had a crossover effect in a
lot of
sense of
fans
like
that are
Oh, yeah.
diehard black metal fans at least kind of like Goatwhore.
yeah,
A lot
yeah.
of people
Well, they
that
really
are straight.
hate Go.
Well, you know.
That too.
No, well, like it's funny. I can't remember if it was James or Sammy, but one of them once said, you know, we're not black metal enough for the black metal fucking extremists,
Right.
and we're not thrash metal enough for the thrash metal
Right.
extremists. So we fall in this like middle area where it's like the elitists are just like boo
Right.
or go.
Well-
And it's funny because you hear different people, like when you read reviews or you're doing interviews and people ask questions, some people think, you know, like they go, oh, y'all black and thrash, or this other one go, y'all black and death metal, or
Right.
you're black metal, you know. So even individually, people have their own aspects. I mean, even internally in the band, we have our own aspects as well, because like me and Sammy were discussing a song from the new record, In Deathless Tradition. And I told him that to me there was an element of it of old Paradise Lost from the like days of like Lost Paradise.
Right,
and-
I noticed
and
that too when I
Gothic.
heard it.
You know, but it was funny. He said, I thought it more or less sounded like Bethlehem. And I was like, you see, there's a variation there, because
Right.
even internally,
even just how you're hearing
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
even internally, we're variant on the different things we like as
Right.
well.
So we have a new record out. It's entitled Blood for the Master. We're gonna play a bunch of shit off of that for you, as well as some older stuff and everything. We do this what we like to call a deathless tradition. Let's see those eyes on the fuckers!
We just had an interview with Abigail Williams. They were here recently, and they're a band that's been like loved and hated hugely.
Yeah.
And you're talking about elitists. You know, the black metal elitists are like, oh, they're way too new school, and or now they're atmospheric, so we're gonna hate them for that. But then there's the general. I think the same type of people. Maybe not Goatwhore fans or big Abigail Williams fans, but it's the same type of people that will look at them and say they're just a band. I don't care what they were or are or what they're trying to sound like.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, I think it gets into a thing where it's like a social kind of thing. A lot of things are social now, you know. So people's got to fit in social categories in a sense, you know. All of a sudden, Burzum is like the hipster thing about, you know.
Yep.
Everybody in Grand's got like a Burzum shirt, and then like that's like the thing. Well, you know what? I don't snub the younger generation. Because,
not at all.
Because of course they're young. They weren't there
if
when
anything, I
the
fully
whole thing was
appreciate the
born.
fact that they're going to get into the old school. But
because
along
it's just
with
like bands like Black Dahlia Murder, like Skeleton Witch, you know, that are kind of younger bands on the circuit, you know,
Right.
and that they do good. And it's awesome that they have someone fucking holding that banner, keeping the legacy going, you know, because we could have the whole fucking thing go to shit, and then the evolution of metal is fucking completely down the fucking shithole.
Right, that's
you
right.
know? So it's awesome that there have bands that keep it going. It's almost like, you know, I don't want this to end, but one day, you know, it'll come a time and it just won't be there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, I'm happy to say that there are younger bands that are keeping the legacy going, you know, keeping the faith, keeping the idea behind it,
and you know,
and moving forward.
It's cool too because there's I see kids here that, I mean, they're fucking fresh faced. They look like they're 16, 17 years old, but they got on big floppy ass high tops, you know, a ripped up sleeveless shirt, and they're into Anthrax and Testament and shit like that.
Yeah.
And it is cool to really see that.
No, it's awesome to see that come back. You know, it was
Mm-hmm.
like when I started seeing jean vests again and stuff like that. I was just like, wow, this is crazy. Because
Finally,
I remember when
I don't
was
look so
young.
old now.
Yeah, you know,
look at that
but it's
video.
cool because it's showing, instead of kids following like this new metal thing that was going on, they outsourced
I like
it
the
and they
was.
went after like the thrash metal, the crossover, the you know, the death metal, and they all went after that. You know, it's like the band like Cannibal Corpse.
Right.
They've been doing it the whole time.
No
They've
different.
been there peaks and valleys, but
Right.
it's like you have a whole new younger generation that are Cannibal Corpse fans.
And now
it keeps the
new
whole
Cannibal
fucking
CDs coming out, and it's just fucking mad hype. It's
Yeah.
crazy, and you get
Yeah.
these young kids
Yeah.
that are like, can't fucking wait for the new Cannibal.
And you know, it's awesome. It's awesome for especially them who have been doing it for so long. You know,
20 plus
never
years,
like took
20,
a break
25
or
years.
quote unquote broke up and decided to
whatever the case.
reunite. You know,
For more money.
they kept it going.
When Deathcore first like really made a huge resurgence, not resurgence, but when Deathcore first got hugely popular, straight old school style death metal bands I think took a back seat.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, this is the new thing, and it's way more brutal and innovative, blah blah blah. But now that that's kind of, you know, leveled out or downscaled a bit, I think people are going back to the roots and just the true brutality.
Yeah.
And, the
And they're
simplicity.
one of the bands that are left that are still intact and have kept doing it. You know?
On a related topic, I've seen that you guys are a part of the Summer Slaughter tour that's going to be going on this summer.
Yeah.
With Cannibal Corpse,
Yes,
and Between the
yes.
Buried Me, and a whole bunch of other bands.
Yeah. It's a little bit. See, Summer Slaw is a little bit more. I don't know if I could use diverse this year or.
Honestly, I think it's better because the last couple of years was like focusing more on the deathcore
Yeah.
side, and now it's kind of going back to more variety.
Yeah, a little bit more, and that's what's good about the whole like summer fest things is they have that kind of variety in there and a little bit difference going on.
Yeah.
So
You get bands like the Faceless and Dying Fetus on the same bill. You get a lot of crossover fans and shit.
yeah.
yes.
So what else do you guys have? I mean, you're doing Summer Slaughter. You just put out a new record.
We're going to Europe in May.
Okay.
Europe, UK, with 3 Inches of Blood, Havoc, and another band. I haven't quite locked in. It's like when I'm on tour, I'm kind of locked into that whole thing.
You don't wanna keep
But we're
up
doing
so
that in
much.
May, and then late June and July, we're going to go to Australia right before Summer Slaughter. And then come back, do Summer Slaughter. And then we're kind of talking about maybe like our own headlining run, like a full month headlining run in the fall. You
Well,
know?
hopefully after tonight, you guys will be enticed to make Minnesota one of your stops.
Yes.
Well, we do like
We'd
to make
see-
Minnesota our stop,
There's
man.
a good thrash scene
No,
here.
it's a great
These kids
scene
are
here.
Die fucking hard.
One thing with the live shows, how's the new material going over live compared to what are the standards in the set list?
It's been going over really good, man. Really good. You know, and What's crazy is like even with Carving, when we put that out, we noticed that like we were playing some of the newer stuff earlier before the record came out, and then during the record came out, and having a lot more songs in the set, and it was getting a lot of good feedback. So, you know, when we were putting the set together for this tour, we were just like, let's just put 5 songs from the new record in the set, mixed in with songs from all the other fucking records.
Right.
We're playing like 55 minutes to an hour, so.
Well, I know with the hype of the new record, people are gonna want to hear. I mean, the majority of the times, people want, I want to hear my favorite song, whatever fucking record.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think with the hype that's going on with this record, at least from what I've seen here in Minnesota, you know, Facebook and whatnot, I think people are gonna want to hear a good mix of the new shit too. So
Yeah,
it's
we'll
good that
definitely
you're
kind of
doing that,
offer
you know?
it, present it out there, even for people that don't even have the record yet. And then,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we're selling it at the shows, so it's just like, oh, wow, the new shit was great. Let me go pick up the CD. Or,
Right.
you know, we have it on vinyl, too, as well, for
Nice.
the hipsters.
That's a good thing, man.
That's some great
People
t-shirt
are-
designs.
No, not
doing
against
that.
the hipster thing, man. I mean, I collect vinyl, too, so I always like
I
when
did.
things-
I did when I was younger and I was growing up in my teens, and I had every fucking Metallica record, up through Justice. I had every Slayer. This is including the 3-inch, you know, the singles
Yeah.
and shit. I had shitloads. I had every Testament, Exodus, Overkill. Just started getting into Obituary and the death metal and shit. Came home from school one day and my mom threw the shit all away.
Oh.
So that was the last time I collected vinyl. Yeah. Well, Ben, I appreciate you bullshitting with us.
No problem, man. No problem at all.
Check
Thank
out
you
the
very
rest
much.
of the
thank
show.
you, sir.
Definitely.
I hope you have a tremendous fucking rest of the tour. I
Thank
hope
you
the
very
album
much.
continues to do amazing.
Yeah.
And we're out. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.